Hey, what's up guys? Paddy here, bringing you another video. And today guys, we are doing, so as you can see, I have my notepad here and I've written a lot of stuff down. I've written over 2 pages worth of stuff down. So what this basically is guys, this is going over what has been said to be at E3 for day one of E3, for day one of E3, which premiered last night, which is Sunday. So I'm going over what coming up to E3, what we could expect it going into E3, and then some of the best points from E3 itself last night. So look at also I have a list here. So we have stuff. So one thing. So there's a lot of stuff we already knew that was going to come to Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. We had a lot of stuff ready to come and ready to see at E3. Now, E3 itself primarily is an Xbox only event, but there are some big games that are being announced over the course of the next couple of days, because Sony and Nintendo have their own style of E3 this week, sometime this week. Them dates are still them dates. I do not know them dates, so I will not say that. Oh, it's going to be today and tomorrow. I'm not going to say that because I'm not too sure the dates myself. But as soon as they are, guys, I will be doing a video on their own exclusive games. So this is some of Xbox exclusive games, plus some of Sony's exclusives and Nintendo's exclusives that have been said to be premiered at their own E3. And some of these games are also going to be across also multi-platform. So we're going to the first one here, guys. The first one I have written down here is Call of Duty World War II. Now, we know a lot of things about this game. We've seen a lot of gameplay. We've seen some of the gameplay of the game at E3. Apparently that there's a wee small booth set up at E3 that you can go ahead and play a wee bit like a demo of the game. Now, whether that is true or not, I don't know. There's no sources backing this up. There is no source whatsoever to back that up. So I would say that was a rumour, not actually true. Now, from going off what we've seen from trailers of the actual World War, we are waiting to see whether or not they are going to add in D-Day. Are they going to add in D-Day? They're going to add in Normandy, where you have to storm the beaches of Normandy. Now, we're still waiting this to be confirmed from Infinity Ward, from these guys who are in charge of the World War II project. They will be concentrating on the slow blood health of Call of Duty 3, the way it used to be, where the old Call of Duties used to be, where you had very slow regeneration of health, and you also had intense concentration of AI intelligence actually helping you during single player. And that there for me seems to be really good. It's really good. It sounds like a really good concept. I'd definitely be looking forward to that. As you get, the release date for that game is still sitting at the same point of fall. Now, it's still sitting at this point of where it said it would release. Now, there's no change in that. There's no backup. There's no back-end date for that to say, oh, if we don't get it finished by this time, it will be falling back to a certain date. There's no date saying about that. So next one, guys, this was premiered at Xbox E3 last night, and this is a game I'm very excited for, and I'm very excited to bring to my channel in the near future, which is Life is Strange Season 2, Before the Storm. Now, this game goes back way before Max and Chloe ever met up. This goes back to the time of Rachel and Amber. So, spoilers. So I will say now, before I go any further in any saying this, there will be spoilers in this. If you have not watched E3 and you don't want to know what's going on, please click off this video. But we want to keep hearing on what there is to be expected from my channel in the future and the future of gaming itself. Please continue to watch. So as I was saying, Before the Storm is obviously all before the 5 days in Arcadia Bay. Now we go back to the time where we have Rachel Amber part of the game, but where she's not dead, dead and buried. Now, and the fact of the time of where we have Chloe is the main character that you play with. I'm just trying to remember this off my top of my head, guys. I've just freshly watched it. So if Chloe is our now main playable character, we play about as Chloe. We go through Chloe's life, especially top of dealing with Frank, dealing with drugs, dealing with all that sort of stuff, dealing with her dad's death, and the game is shaping up to only be 3 episodes long. 3 episodes long, and so Square Enix has crammed everything that we need to know before about what's happened before and how did things work out the way season 1 was. We have 3 episodes to find out, and the first one is confirmed to be released. Now this is confirmed to be released in August this year. August, I believe the date was August 27th. Please do not quote me on that. I believe it was August 27th or around that date. So I will keep your eyes posted on my channel and on other YouTube channels and also across Square Enix as well to see when this is being released. Now, it was premiered at E3. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a Xbox exclusive only, because Square Enix does support PlayStation 4 and PC. Now, obviously PC is now more towards the Microsoft dimension. It's more in control of Microsoft, but that necessarily does not mean Microsoft controls the whole PC gaming. Now, going on to the next one, guys. This was also premiered at E3, towards the end of E3, and it was Crackdown 3, which you had a video of Terry Crews playing your main character and encouraging you to come in and join the game. Now, which is very great and very good for Terry Crews to get his acting career in the spotlight again. So Crackdown 3, guys, we've been waiting for this game for a long time. I remember, if you remember back, Crackdown 2, last time we had a Crackdown game was when the Xbox 360 was out and the PS3 was out. And now this is going nearly 6, maybe 5 years, maybe even more or maybe less of a time that we've had a Crackdown game, and I for one am very looking forward to that game, to see Crackdown come out and see what the projected sales could be for that game. And whatever the projected sales for that game may be, I wish it all the best. It was a game that I played when I was a lot younger with my friends. I used to sit in my friend's house and play Crackdown all the time. It's a really good game, and for anybody who are Crackdown fans out there, I might upload it. I might upload a few gameplay videos on that. Next one. So this is also, I also have a few things, not just going to be games solely. So if you watched the E3 on YouTube, they were talking it. So they got the guy from Nintendo in, and the guy was interviewing him, trying to say like the Switch seemed to be done as portrayed as one of the best games, best consoles. And the guy from Nintendo turned around and said, the Switch isn't. The Switch is still holding up. The Switch, I've never heard anybody sit down and plug it in and play it on the console and play it as a console. It's always been handheld. I've always seen people sit with it in their lap and sit and play with it in their lap and looking down and playing it in their lap. That's what he's seen, and that's what he sees every other day. But as you know, guys, us YouTubers, we sit down with a Nintendo Switch and we plug it in and we play it on the TV and we record it. And so you've got like the likes of Mario Kart 8, it's Nintendo Switch, and people are sitting playing that. Honestly, people are sitting playing that, plugging it into their computer screens and playing it and recording it. So the guy from the head of Nintendo is saying that the Nintendo Switch is the best handheld console out there. That Nintendo are still sitting top of handheld consoles. We're still sitting at the best of handheld consoles, and you turn and say like you wouldn't hear a kid going in and say, "Oh, I'm trading my PS4 now for a Nintendo Switch." You turn and say it's maybe a good substitute for like a 12-year-old, or a good starting console for your kid who's 4 or 5. But you know, for them statements that he said, I agree with him. You know, it's a good substitute. You know, if you're, even for guys like me and guys and girls my age, should I say, for like if you want to go out and about and have a game console while you're out and about, it'd be brilliant for that. Now this is another game that was also showcased at E3. Now there's also release dates for these guys, so I'm going to flip over to my other page here just to show you. So we can get release dates here. So we have State of Decay. State of Decay has been said to be announced in spring 2018. So we're kind of looking at April, May. Yeah, we're kind of looking at March, April, May. Between the start of March and the end of April. So March and May, should I say, not April, but mostly it'll probably be in April instead of May. So State of Decay 2 is a game that most people have been looking forward to. I know a few people I know who have been looking forward to this game for ages, and State of Decay 2 goes through base building, which you'll be able to move your base any world you want. So you can build your base up and you can pack it up and move it to another location if it's got too heavy, filled with zombies. And it primarily looks like it's going to show out to be a really good game. So we'll move on to another few. So another few that were said to be there would be, I'm just going to run through these quickly, guys. So we'll have the Crew 2. Ubisoft are meant to be bringing out another Crew. Meant to be a wee bit better than the first one, even though the first one's still being played. And so Ubisoft are meant to be bringing out another Crew 2. As we've seen, the guys, there's going to be another God of War. Sea of Thieves was actually premiered, and I'll get talking onto that there in a bit. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 is another game that was showcased, and we're looking forward to it. Spider-Man PS4 is a game that's going to be set at Sony's E3, which I will talk about Sony's in a bit. Miller Shadow War is another game that was showcased, and we'll talk about a lot more in detail soon. Final Fantasy VII Remake is meant to be happening as well. A new Need for Speed from Ghost, which is a sub company of EA. If you've done games and study companies in games, if you've done what the course I've done with tech, you study games, you study game companies, you look at game companies. So Ghost was a game company that set up for the new Need for Speed that came out a couple of years back, and so the new Need for Speed they've worked on it too, and they've changed it up a bit. They've added a proper single player in, offline single player, and a pause button. Big one. So I'm going to talk about this one because this is a big one for Nintendo, and I have to give it a Nintendo. So for Nintendo Switch, there's coming out to be Super Mario Odyssey, of a big massive open world Super Mario game, and it's shaping up to be a really good game. I've seen a wee bit of footage on it, and it looks really great. I'll try and find that footage, so I'll probably leave in the description for you to find it. Far Cry 5 is going to be coming out as well, and they don't know what developers and guys who've looked at this in the detail don't know whether or not where they're going to go with it. Is it going to go Wild West or what? Nobody knows, because there was that much difference between Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3, but there was a difference between Far Cry 4 and Far Cry Primal, which is brilliant. I just had to admit that's a really good game. Now, here comes a PS4 exclusive, guys. So, PS4 exclusive, Days Gone. It's zombie horror game, open world. It's going to be a bit like Dying Light, but not like Dying Light at the same time. It'll be a lot more open worldy and RPG type thing. So, we'll see how that game does as it comes out and releases more footage for it. Another one for PS4 is Uncharted: The Last Legacy. It's going to be a really good game. It's a whole different side to the Uncharted series. It could have been done as a DLC, but they're bringing it out as an actual game, and it's going to be on the PS4 store, I believe. I think it's this fall or maybe early 2018. So keep your eyes out for that. Another game. So it's so brilliant and so exclusive to PS4. Sorry, guys. Is The Last of Us Part 2. Now we've seen a good bit of gameplay. We've seen a wee good bit of trailers for it. I wouldn't say gameplay at least, but could be gameplay, could not be gameplay. We don't know yet. We don't actually know whether or not it's gameplay or not. Nose is wrong. Sorry about that, guys. So The Last of Us Part 2. It's all about. So as most people know, it's all about the girl. This time it's all about the girl. I can't remember her name because I'm trying to think of everything here. So somebody please correct me if I forget her name, okay? So I forgot her name. Her name's totally lost my. I forgot her name because I have played it. It was so brilliant. I'm actually looking forward to Last of Us 2. It's basically like kind of she's like has a bloodthirst now. They've turned around and said that she has a lust for blood and going out and killing people. So it's shaping up to be really good. Another good game that I'm looking forward to that's I believe is out this year, out this September or this fall, and it is Destiny 2. Now Destiny 2 is also partnering up with PlayStation again to bring the exclusive PlayStation updates to bring out the updates first for PlayStation. And one of the missions that was actually broadcasted to E3 was the fall of the last outpost. The fight basically where Destiny 1 takes place at the home on the Earth, the last safe place on Earth where the Traveler is, and you basically fight there with the free head guards, with the free guards. So you know your Titan, your Vanguard, and your Titan, Vanguard, and Hunter. I don't know why I got Vanguard before I got Hunter, because I am a Hunter. You know, so it's so you'll be partnering up with them guys, fighting with them, and fighting the darkness as they come to basically take over the last outpost. And the game goes on from there, and it's meant to be you can just go about free roam it yourself. You free roam it yourself, and you basically find fire teams. You can basically find your fire team. You don't have to sit up in space and wait for a fire team and get your friends in that can make a fire team. You can just join a random fire team and make a fire team from 4 players. You just you can walk up into a mission yourselves. So say I walk up into a mission with 4 random people, with three other random people. Us four become a team, and we can go and do a mission. So which seems to be a really good concept, especially for people who actually want to actually play the game and do the game. Another game from Rockstar, a good game from Rockstar we're waiting on. Red Dead Redemption 2. These guys who found this off the turn said it's this fall, whereas we know it's actually been pushed back to spring 2018. It's been pushed back, and don't know why it's been pushed back. Maybe because they want to add something to change something up. We don't know. We only know the guys in charge of it, the DLC brothers, who are now in charge of GTA Online and Grand Theft Auto, are in charge of this project as well. So it could be this is like hopping up with Cumberland here, coming out on June 13th. They'll probably try to focus their efforts on GTA now rather than Red Dead Redemption, because apparently it's the 2 teams are working together. And just a wee side note from that, Leslie Benson, who was the former CEO of Rockstar, has set up his own company in Scotland, where Rockstar Games is based in Scotland. He set his own company up. He has not yet released the company name, and he is working on a title that to rival GTA and the work in progress title is called Everywhere. Now it's meant to be free roam, open world type stuff, just like GTA, but meant to involve the whole entire Earth. Now, how he's going to do that, I don't know, but we're looking forward to that, because should be at E3 next year or the year after, as it sounds like it's going to be a really big game. That's just a wee sign up. And there's also meant to be a Kingdom Hearts as well, meant to be a new Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking forward to that. Now, on to the most exciting news of E3. So we have Metro Exodus is coming out. We have a new Metro game coming out. So I'm not a big Metro fan, but I will mention it for people who are. So Metro Exodus is coming out actually, apparently they're bringing it out early 2018, so we're looking at early 2018 or maybe late 2017 for a release date for Metro Exodus. Now it's meant to be set a post-apocalyptic as before as the previous Metro games, and continue on from that. I've never played Metro games, so I can't really say much about it. As you know, guys, every E3 we always have a new game, so new Xbox game. So we have Forza 7 coming out, compatible 60 frames per second and 4K running, and it's basically just the same as every other Forza Motorsport game. And we got a look at the design and the details of the new Xbox One X, not Scorpio X. They named it X. Don't know why people call it Xbox Scorpio. It's Xbox One X. And we got looking at the specs for that, and they're turning around saying it's the best console on either side of the dimension. I'm pretty sure, guys. I don't know what crack they're smoking, guys, but I'm pretty sure there's only this dimension and that's it. And it's only this side of the universe. There's no parallel universe. There's no such thing as a multiverse yet. Hasn't been proven yet. So, and if there probably was a multiverse, guys, probably some of these guys are far away ahead of what I had down this bit of paper. So a game that I've been looking forward to a lot is Assassin's Creed Origins, which there is a proper date to release, which is October 27th, 2017, this year, October 27th. Assassin's Creed Origins seems to be going back to the times of the Egyptians, and meant to be scripting right back. You're driving cars, you're driving ships, you can even control, if you have a bow and arrow, you can even control when you shoot that arrow, you can control that arrow. Excuse me, you can control that arrow and actually hit your enemy in the back of the head if you really want to, or hit him in the ass cheek, or hit him in the knee. Make him take an arrow in the knee and keep that Skyrim thing alive. But apparently it's meant to be going right back to the start of Assassin's Creed 1. Now, it's going way back, so we're going to go way back. So when I looked at the gameplay trailer for it, it looked like we're going back into Egypt because of the symbols and the ruins and all, and because also when I studied a wee bit of Egyptian language back in primary school, not trying to basically play and say look at me, I'm smart. I'm not trying to play on that. It's just something you had to learn. A new game is coming out. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. It's basically one versus 100. Basically, if you've watched the TV show 1v100, 1 versus 100. It's basically you go off against 100 players. So it'll be 100 players in a game, and you basically fight to survive. Basically, it's one of them games, and let's see how that goes. There's no release date for that yet, as it wasn't said, or I just didn't catch it. So as I said, basically, so for all you Minecraft players out there, I'm sorry I had to bring this up, but Minecraft's a game that I would sit back and relax to. I would never upload it. I would just sit back and relax and play it on board. So Minecraft is getting a 4K free update across every single platform. Minecraft's getting a 4K update this fall. And according to the girl who's in charge of the project, she turned around and said players will get to choose what platform to play on. So they can play across the community. So they have a community, so the whole community of Minecraft can play together. So I think, to me that says that if I own PlayStation 4, I can play with somebody who's on Xbox One. If I'm on Xbox One, I can play with somebody who's on PC. I can play with somebody, but whether or not that means that if you're on Xbox 360, you can play with people on 360. So we don't know yet. We don't know if PS3 people on PlayStation 3 can play with people on PlayStation 4. We don't know this yet. It hasn't been said in much detail about who can play what as a cross console. So there's a cross console community. So we don't know yet. So these are the list of games that are coming out early 2018. So we have a new Dragon Ball Z game coming out, Black Desert, and Godwin, and a game called Godwin. Don't know much about these three games, but obviously Dragon Ball Z is a fighting game, so I have another fight game coming out. Sea of Thieves. So as I said, guys, I go on to Sea of Thieves later on. So Sea of Thieves is actually, you play the way you want to. You basically play the life of a pirate. You go find your buried treasure, shoot your own teammates, and basically shoot other people. So it's very self-explanatory if you've seen play with it. So there is now a release date for Middle Earth: Shadow of War. It is October 10th, 2017. I'm very looking forward to that. The gameplay on it seems to be really good. So yeah, I can't really say much on it because I don't know much about it. And there's a new Xbox exclusive. Remember last year, a couple of years back, when the Xbox One came out, we had Ori and the Blind Forest. Well, there's now a new Ori game coming out. I can't remember it. I think it's Ori and the Secret Forest, or Destruction of the Forest, something weird. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just Ori. That's it. That's why I've written down here. It's just Ori. I can't remember the actual full name of it, and it's an Xbox exclusive coming out. And I think I kind of saved the best for last here, guys. So I'm going to say the thanks. I know what it is. So the CEO of Xbox announced at E3 last night the end is basically in the night. He so he was talking about the project, the backwards compatibility project, and what they have added to the project is Xbox Classic games. So in other words, no, if you're like me and you're born in the 90s or the 80s, if you were born in the 80s and the 90s, you would remember this. So do you remember that big massive black box you used to have? And had a big green circle and said Xbox across it, and your controllers weren't a normal. So if I show you here, guys. So I'm gonna grab a PlayStation controller. So yeah. So this is a PlayStation controller. So remember, that's the way PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 controllers were like. So, and now, as you can tell, they're wireless and USB. So, you can imagine what an Xbox original controller was, because when they brought the Xbox 360 it was wireless. So, it just shows you how far technology went. They used to have a thing that you used to plug in. You used to sit with a big long, you used to sit like this, with a big long cable. See that? And the effective thing with that, guys, was so you were sitting there, and if you want to go and get up and somebody would walk across your controller, it was just pull it out, it was just pull the whole system out and wreck the whole system. That's the good old days. You used to have to jump cables. Now they have announced that so anybody who's had an Xbox original, so the big black Xbox, we're talking about games like GTA Vice City, GTA 3, we're talking we're talking about Abe's and well, not Abe, but Munch's Odyssey and Stranger's Wrath. Well, Stranger's Wrath had done the next gen, so did, but Munch's Odyssey. What else? So I'm just trying to think. Pirates, Crash Bandicoot, War for Cortex, all that sort of good stuff. One of them classical games that you would have got on your Xbox original that would have been out for PS1 and PS2 roughly around the time. So yeah, so them sort of games that we've been on Xbox, we've been on the first ever Xbox that we ever made, that Bill Gates actually showcased. Bill Gates actually showcased it on E3, the first ever E3 for the Xbox. It was Bill Gates doing it, and then obviously when Xbox took off, he made himself a CEO for the company, became a separate company. But apart from all that nonsense. So them games are now going to be available for backwards play. So whether or not they've made the original dashboard, I do not know, or whether or not it's just going onto the 360 dashboard and you play it like that. I don't know, but I will be looking forward to it and seeing how that goes. So that's mostly me. That's me done. There is, obviously I did talk about a few PS4 exclusives there and some Nintendo exclusives there too. It did not just solely focus on Xbox. Because there's a lot of people who play different consoles, and that's up to them. What they choose is up to them. And for me, I stick to my PS4. I stick to the PlayStation. But I do love Xbox. It's it's brilliant to be an Xbox gamer. And like I said, it's brilliant to be an Xbox gamer at this time. But I like to see. But the one thing is, now that the specs are out for the Xbox One X, I would like to see someone put an Xbox One X against a PS4 Pro and see the specs between them. Alright, and actually see the specs. Don't get me wrong, now Xbox One X is a lot thinner. It's about that size roughly, so about that size. Where the PS4 Pro, where the PS4 Pro is a PS4 Slim. If you know what a PS4 Slim looks like, add another one of them wee square layers on the top of that, and that's what a PS4 Pro looks like. So that's how big it is. So it's like I would love to see a comparison between the two of them on what the power it produces, because I'm pretty sure PS4 Pro is still, to me, would still probably beat the Xbox One X, because PlayStation said we have the technology to do it, we'll do it quicker, boom, and they've done it. Whereas Xbox is taking their time developing a console, probably because they want to get it right this time. And see, everybody's like, oh, what do you mean right this time? Xbox has messed up in the past, and Xbox has admitted it. PlayStation has messed up, and they've admitted it by bringing out new consoles. You think about it, guys. If anybody knows their game consoles, you've the PlayStation 3. There's 4 different types. You have a PS4. You have a PS4 Piano, which is the fat one, which is the very first one they ever brought out. which is a PS4 piano. It's called. It's a PS4 piano. Then you have the PS4 Slim, so you do, and then you have the PS4 Slimmer, and then so yeah, so I don't know where I got four from. It's actually free, so they're probably free consoles, three different types of PS3. They've got three different types of PS4, and they have two different types of PS2 and two different types of PlayStation 1, because the PlayStation and the PS1. So game companies do make mistakes, like Nintendo. Nintendo make a lot of mistakes. They went downhill after Nintendo 64. I would love Nintendo to make another great games console like the Nintendo 64 or the actual Nintendo itself, or the Nintendo games console. I actually love them, or even the Nintendo GameCube. It was good. It was a good one. But but guys, that's for me for now, and I hope you've enjoyed this and you've took some of this information in, guys. So what to expect from the rest of the year? Well, I've told you some of the dates to expect. So I would keep an eye on this fall. There's a lot of games coming out this fall, and there's a lot of games coming out early 2018 and spring 2018. So fall. So manage your money, guys. Manage what you want. The Xbox One X is going to be coming out this fall too. So keep in mind. So if you want that, the price for that seems to be around $400 or $500, I believe. $400 or $500 for that console. Maybe even $600 for that console. At the minute, the Xbox One X is sitting dear, not a PS4 Pro. But that is subject to change. Obviously, Xbox are different from Sony. So yeah, keep an eye on that, guys, if you want an Xbox One X. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.